Hey everybody, I'm Benjamin, aka The Terrible Australian, and welcome to my video review of the latest animated film, The Secret Life of Pets. So let's get right into it. Now, Illumination are definitely heading up in the world in terms of animation this year. Like, almost as successful as, Pixar or Disney or DreamWorks in terms of how the success of their animated films. Like, for example, they're probably best known, of course, for the Despicable Me series, and as well as the spin-off film from that series, Minions. So they've had a lot of success, and it was interesting to me in regards to their latest offering, which is The Secret Life of Pets, which is basically, I guess they're kind of one of their first animated films that's a totally original concept, has nothing to do with the Despicable Me franchise, and has no minions or whatsoever in it. So I was curious to see how this film was going to turn out. The trailers were okay and all that, but I thought, I'll give it a shot and see what it's like, because I actually liked the first two Despicable Me films. I wasn't too fussed on Minions, but so I figured this film could go either way. Unfortunately, though, I didn't really think much of this one, to be honest. And I think one of the main reasons for that is why I don't think the movie was as good as it could have been is because of the film's plot, which pretty much is not original by any means. In fact, it pretty much is the exact same plot as the first Toy Story film. Like, literally, it is the exact same plot. And usually I can forgive a film for that if it has a plot that's similar to something we've seen before, as long as it sort of takes either a very fresh or a very interesting take on that premise. But unfortunately, though, this film doesn't really sort of do anything with it. So you kind of already expect how the story's going to turn out, or where it's going to go, and what the characters are, how the characters are going to develop during the course of the film. But so in that regard, I think the film didn't really quite succeed for me on a script writing level. But it's not to say there aren't any positive aspects to it. I think the cast, which pretty much is a who's who, got Louis C.K., Eric Stonestreet, Kevin Hart, Jenny Slate, Albert Brooks, Steve Coogan, and so many others, all contributing pretty solid vocal work with their performances in this film. Everyone does a pretty solid job, and I had no problems with any of their performances whatsoever. I guess the only downside is that I didn't really sort of care for the characters all that much, and I don't think that's the fault of the actors. It's more mainly just how they were written. Although I will say, though, the one that kind of stood out to me the most was actually Jenny Slate, who, with her vocal performance in the film, and she definitely is the one that kind of stood out to me the most. And I would say out of all the characters in the films, her character was the one I enjoyed the most. And of course, as well as, modern animation, the animation in this film is really beautiful. It is a very good looking film. The animation is really well done and very vibrant and colourful. I know it's set in New York, but yeah, when you kind of see, a lot of shots of New York and all that, it's definitely a much more exaggerated look at New York, because it doesn't look anything like it does. But, it's an animated film, so I can forgive it for that. But, and also there are some amusing moments and all that, but I kind of feel like some of the jokes and all that kind of fell flat as well. And I never really felt like the film kind of really capitalized on its premise as much. And instead it kind of, like I said before, it kind of feels more like a rehash of Toy Story in that regard. But yeah, overall, despite its good qualities with its with the cast and some humor and animation and whatnot, The Secret Life of Pets is kind of just a very kind of mediocre kind of animated film. It's one that you'll watch, you think okay, and then you kind of forget about it afterwards. Although I will say this, I would say kids will enjoy it, because it's an animated. Will enjoy it because there's a lot there that I think younger kids and all that will enjoy. But I think on sort of adults and all that, it's not really one that's going to sort of stimulate you as much as, say, a Pixar or a Disney animated film will, in terms of how it approaches the story and whatnot. So overall, if I had to give The Secret Life of Pets a rating, I give it a solid 2.5. Like I said, it's watchable but kind of average. So, yep, that's the end of my video review of The Secret Life of Pets. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you guys. Bye.